Welcome to the SME Business Toolkit podcast, an initiative by the French New Zealand Chamber of Commerce and Industry. This episode is on the V.I.E program, but before we dive in, let me give you a quick overview of what the V.I.E program actually is. V.I.E stands for Volontariat International en Entreprise, a French government-backed scheme created in 2000 and managed by Business France, the national agency supporting French companies in their international development. It enables young professionals to undertake paid international assignments with companies abroad for a period of 6 to 24 months. Throughout their mission, the young professional receives a monthly allowance, full social security coverage, and government protection. Now, who is eligible to use the program? On the company side, the V.I.E contract must be set up by a structure based in France. This means it's open to any subsidiary of a French company, but also to agents or commercial partners of a French company when that French company wants to send a V.I.E to support them. And more recently, it has also become available to French entrepreneurs who have set up a business in New Zealand and maintain a connection with France. For companies, and especially SMEs, it's a cost-effective and flexible way to accelerate international growth, without the administrative burden of a traditional hire abroad. In fact, 96% of clients recommend the program. Since its launch, more than 120,000 V.I.E contracts have been signed. And as of December 2025, over 11,000 young talents are currently on assignment in 121 countries around the world. So, whether you're a founder looking to expand into a new market, an HR manager exploring international talent options, or a young professional considering an assignment abroad, this episode is for you. Welcome to today's SME Business Toolkit podcast. I'm Charlotte, responsible for business support at the French New Zealand Chamber of Commerce. And today we are talking about the V.I.E program. I have two guests with me today who know this program from very different angles. Laura is currently on a V.I.E placement herself. She just started right here at the FNZCCI. And Danielle has already completed the program and is now working at the international logistics company SIFA here in Auckland. Welcome to you both.
Hi, thank you.
Laura, you're currently on a V.I.E placement at the FNZCCI. Could you introduce yourself briefly? Who you are, where are you from, and how you ended up in New Zealand?
Yes, of course. I try to stay brief. I'm Laura, I'm 25. I come from Paris, but I have roots in the French Alps. I graduated from La Sorbonne in Paris 3 years ago. I have 2 masters in international project management and strategic consulting. I've had the opportunity to pursue several internships and apprenticeships across insurance, tech, energy as a project manager. And I really love being generalist and cross-sector. That's what I did as a consultant in Paris for the past 2.5 years. But I wanted to pursue an international career for a very long time. Hence why I applied for the V.I.E program. And why New Zealand? Well, actually, I targeted the APAC region, so Asia Pacific, straight from the start because I wanted to go as far as possible, ideally with cultural shocks, because this is one in a lifetime experience, but it is comfortable. So I was also attracted to countries with a very good quality of life and to have time to explore a beautiful country. So I think New Zealand for that is a really good compromise.
Thank you so much. Really nice to have you here. Danielle, you went through the V.I.E program yourself, and now you're actively involved at SIFA. Could you briefly describe your journey?
Sure thing. So I did a business master in France, in Bordeaux, that I finished in 2023, so 3 years ago. And right after that, I went in an internship in Paris, and after a couple of months, I could feel that I wasn't fulfilled by it, and I needed to travel. So I went for a couple of months in a road trip in South America, and when I came back, I felt like it was time for me to move to new horizons. So I got in touch with SIFA, who got me this beautiful opportunity to do V.I.E in New Zealand. I wasn't looking for New Zealand particularly, but I thought it was a wonderful opportunity for me, so I took it. And I've been here for the past 2.5 years now, working for SIFA and across multiple roles and missions. So yeah.
What an interesting journey, and so nice that you ended up where you are now. So before we dive deeper, a question I would like to maybe put to both of you. When did you first hear about the V.I.E program, and what motivated you to apply?
Yeah, if I go first, I think I try to remember to recall. I think this was when I'm in my third year of bachelor degree at university in Paris, from a German teacher who really strongly recommended it because I was in a dual English and German track. So of course we were prepared to have an international career, and the alumni of the masters were always saying how big of a springboard for a career at this V.I.E program would be. So it really stayed at the back of my mind for since this moment actually. Then the COVID happened and I couldn't go abroad, but I wanted to have a bit more, experience under my belt and feel more prepared about what I wanted to pursue in my professional life. And then that's when, this autumn I decided to apply for the program because I felt I wanted to start a new chapter in my professional life. And what really motivated me was how recognized now the program is, because it's more than 20 years old and it's a really international career kickstart for early professionals.
Thanks, thank you. Daniel?
Yeah, and on my side, it was when I got in touch with the company actually, because when I started looking for jobs abroad, I got in touch with this company that I knew had multiple offices around the world, and I was trying to see if there was something for me there. And quite quickly in the discussions, the V.I.E program rose up as the best opportunity both for them and for me, because of the how easy it was to set up for the company, and how interesting it was for us as a young French people to get into it and to get to discover new places because of it. So yeah, directly from the company, and I did apply because I saw that it was a good opportunity for me to travel, to discover a new job and missions, because that wasn't directly related to what I studied before. And it allowed me to discover a lot of new things. I went from really the bottom of the ladder, working into the depot, to doing operations, and now moving up to sales. So
yeah. So quite different ways actually to get in touch with the V.I.E program at first, but at the end you both ended up here in Auckland, right? So Laura, what do you think, what makes the V.I.E concretely different from like a standard internship, for example, or a regular job?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a myth to debunk actually, because when I talk about the V.I.E around me, when the person don't really know about it, they mistook it for internships, and that's definitely not it. That's a higher level of responsibilities. First and foremost, because from my point of view, you definitely have a lot of autonomy on a day-to-day basis. You actually own a scope, whether that's regional, for example, in my case, I'm responsible for a whole geographic zone. So that's the Pacific, the French Pacific, and the relations with France and New Zealand and the French Pacific. But you could also be responsible for the whole sales of a subsidy in one country, for example, and sometimes you might be alone as well. So that's, in terms of responsibility and autonomy, that's really superior compared to an internship in my point of view. You're not really supporting someone else. You are the person. That's quite something. And then also, you have to mention that as well. You have a proper compensation. You have a living allowance, calibrated on the country you're based in, and based on the list of Business France that is really transparent. It's way higher than a regular internship. So I think that's the two main points. And then maybe mention as well that companies might be more willing to allocate V.I.E programs to young professionals, because the framework is really clear and the commitment is bounded, so they take less risks. I think that's good to mention from maybe a corporate side.
Yeah, thank you. I think this gives us a really great picture of what the program looks like and what it means for the candidates. You also mentioned the business side, so maybe let's turn to the business side now. Daniel, you're now at SIFA, an international logistic company whose New Zealand office operates as a small, close-knit team, right? That gives you a very hands-on perspective that is directly relevant for SMEs. How does the program strengthen the FNZCCI community here? And what contribution can member companies make?
So yeah, for SIFA, although we're an international company, our New Zealand office, and that would be the same for Australia as well. It's much smaller team, so we do operate on a day-to-day basis as an SME. We're 5 people, and we do work like a small company. We do take part in the community here. We are not this massive corporation like you would know for others, as like V.I.E or those guys here. But we do take our role and take part in the local community. We organize with you guys some V.I.E drinks, and we do try to play our part. How we do that is trying to be present at events, trying to strengthen the relationship between French companies and other local ones. So as a French representative here, and being in sales, I have these connections to a lot of other companies, and this allows me to build relationships that in turn can create something more for the community. And I believe that other SMEs would win a lot by participating in those events, in those things we do here, and those relationships, because that's how you build business relationships, and that's how you create an environment where everybody is trying to aim for higher purposes.
Yeah, thank you. So we already just talked about the SIFA's presence here in New Zealand. Can you maybe add some details on the presence here in New Zealand, or what are you managing here in New Zealand?
Sure thing. So for those who might not know us, and I'm pretty sure lots of you don't, SIFA, we're a logistics company, so we're a freight forwarder. Our role is to transport goods from and to New Zealand. So from New Zealand to the Pacific Islands mainly, that's our core business, and to New Zealand from anywhere else in the world for New Zealand customers. So here in SIFA New Zealand, we are created in 2019 because we saw that our customers in the Pacific had a need for a presence in New Zealand, and that's where the idea came from. In the beginning, it was a very, very small team, 2-3 people, and now it's growing since that. And so the idea behind my recruitment was to have a French speaker, a French presence here, because our customers speak French, and my role is to be the link between the customers in the Pacific Islands, mainly French Pacific Islands, and their suppliers here in New Zealand. So it was interesting to have this French perspective on it, to play this role, and now, because I've done that for multiple years now, the role is growing to this to being the sales representative for SIFA New Zealand as a whole. So not only restricted to the French Pacific Islands, and now looking over worldwide areas. So it was very interesting for us, and being there allowed me as well to take part in the growth of the company. So I got here, we were 4, now we are 5 people looking for more. And yeah, opening new trade lanes and this kind of stuff.
Yeah, thank you so much for these insights, and it's also really interesting to see your journey from like traveling around South America to like witnessing how your team grows and your task with it and your role within the company. It's like really interesting to listen to your journey. Basically, we are also already coming to an end of today's episode. So I have one personal question for each of you. So we're starting with Laura. What is the single most important piece of advice you would give to someone considering applying for a V.I.E?
Well, I think it depends on the person, because Daniel and I had different takes on how to launch a V.I.E career. So I guess it depends on you. But I think a bit of preparation and just taking a few steps back and be clear about your plan, what you want to do in the future is a must. For example, it can be which country you want to travel to, which role, which, I don't know, compensation, career outcome. What life do you want to build? Actually, you have to have that first, I think. Then secondly, maybe do not wait until you're ready, because that's not how it works. Just take the opportunity like we all did through the V.I.E and see what happens. There's no problem about learning on the job. That was the case for both of us, and it's perfectly fine. Actually, that's where there's room for growth. And then maybe on the more practical side, in terms of when you apply to the jobs and positions, there is this platform managed by Business France, Mon V.I.E. All the companies must put at some point for at least 24 hours the role and the position. But actually, it's like any employment market. It's a hidden market, and you can create your own role. So I highly encourage young people interested in the V.I.E to go on LinkedIn and find the V.I.E that are in post in each country, find the managers, send messages. Get in touch, create your own network. That's how it works, and get some visibility to differentiate you from the hundred of other people interested in the program. That's how actually I nailed this V.I.E from my side.
Yeah, so some sneaky expert advice on this side for young professionals thinking of applying for a V.I.E. To close, just like one last question to you, Danielle, as well. What is your message to businesses that have not yet considered offering a V.I.E position?
That I would sincerely look into it, because for the businesses, it's definitely something that's a very good option. It will involve obviously some harshness, having to take someone from France and having to train and include him in a team far off at the other end of the world. But at the same time, it's a beautiful way of bringing foreign energy and young blood in a team. So definitely something to consider, and I think the way the program is done is makes it really easy for companies to both recruit and include someone, because of what you guys are doing, helping those companies, and because what Business France is doing, trying to make the arrival of new people in New Zealand easier. And because of the community we were mentioning earlier in this episode, it's not only something that's made for big corporations that you were mentioning. I think it's really something that could be of help to any size of business because of how it's set up.
Yeah. Thank you so much. In general, a huge thank you to both of you, Laura and Danielle, for these fantastic insights. For anyone who wants to find out more, links and contact details for Business France, SIFA and the FNZCCI, as well as a written summary of this episode, are provided on our one-pager. You can find it in our SME Toolkit library on our website. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.